All right, moving on to the final game for Thanksgiving. 49ers 13, Seattle 13. Purdy, not a great day. 209, one touchdown, one interception. Geno, a terrible day. 180 and one interception. That's impressive. CMC does what he does. 19 carries, 114 yards, and two touchdowns. 5 for 25 receiving. Charbonnet was disappointing. I had to start him in a few leagues where I lost Walker. And I was impressed he was available on waivers. Now I kind of wish he wasn't. Guess he didn't kill you. 14 carries, 47 yards, 4 for 11 through the air. Nobody else did anything in the running back room. Debo finally does something. He had 4 carries for 15 yards and a rushing touchdown, but it was 7 for 79 through the air. Brandon Ayuk has 2 for 50, saved by a touchdown. DK is the best of the Seattle receivers, and with 3 for 32, that should tell you a lot. JSN had 2 for 41 with one really sweet catch. Lockett had 3 for 30. This was ugly for Seattle. And if Geno doesn't figure it out soon, none of these guys are playable. The tight ends were all disappointing. I mean, Kittle was the only one who really disappointed because he's the only one you're playing. He had 3 for 19. Both kickers were average. 7 points for Moody, 5 for Myers. Both defenses were, I guess, playable. The 49ers put up 13 points with 1 interception, 6 sacks, and a fumble recovery. And Seattle put up 9 with an interception, a sack, a forced fumble, and the touchdown. It tells you how many points they gave up. They scored a touchdown and still were only worth 9 fantasy points. What do you guys think here?
We were talking about this last week. I said if you can get out from Geno off of the game versus Washington and use that to sell him high, like that's the way to go because this schedule is just so rough for him. He got the Rams, he got San Francisco, and then he got Dallas.
Yeah.
San Francisco again, Philadelphia. It's like
spoiler. You can't trade him anymore. You missed the window.
Yeah. Yep. So you're just riding with the quarterback you really can't play and can't trust because that offense is broken. Like I watched it yesterday against a good defense. It's just nothing's working for them.
What's changed so much in the last month? Why are they so broken? You're a Seattle fan.
I don't know. Like they have pieces. They have like everyone's back. Like this is the offense that's supposed to be good that we're excited of. It's been a disaster. So I'm expecting them to make changes in the offseason because you can't roll with this after all the moves you made and be just as disappointing as they are. But yeah, on San Francisco side, like it's McCaffrey's world. He's just incredible. It's like I was watching that and I was like, okay, this is a vintage CMC performance. And yeah, look at even in some of the games like this, you get Debo hitting, which is I think his usage was interesting because he had 9 targets and no one else was even close to that. So I don't know if that was game script or what, but it's usually not this far separated between the two of them. So Ayuk saved his day with the touchdown you're talking about, but yeah, like they didn't really have to do much for San Francisco. They basically just chilled the second half of the game and just so it could have been a lot better game for San Francisco, but they really just took their foot off the pedal and just kind of just took it easy and didn't have to do much, and that kind of sucks. But that's how this game went down.
Yeah, I think for me with Geno, I am worried about the schedule and also his health. Like the announcers were saying, like his tricep was black for a better portion of the week, right? Just from I guess it's deep bruise or pull. I don't know what it is, but I imagine that factored in some. But if you can afford to in a super flex, and I have this luxury in a couple spots because I have Josh Dobbs. And if you can sit him after 13, 14, 15, he's got Philly and Tennessee in the beginning stages of playoffs, and he should be able to pass the ball on those terrible passing defenses. But right now it's not looking good for him.
Yeah, it's rough. And like Charbonnet's usage we'll hit on that for a second. It was incredible. Like nobody gets that level of usage. It was like 87% snaps, 85% of opportunities, and 72% of the routes he ran one. It's like that's RB1 type usage. It's terrible offense right now. So it diminishes him, but he's a playable RB2 at the minimum.
Excuse me while I look up Kenny McIntosh's usage from yesterday. That Pete Carroll's RB1 in the offense. Oh wait, didn't record a snap. Thank you, Pete Carroll, for being Pete Carroll.